You know, I think it's about time we say thanks to those that provide us with the content that we see in our games. We go through life's daily challenges as we fight for a paycheck so that we can come home, log in, spend about $10 and complete some more daily challenges, and in return, we are blessed with a life of riches, provided we commit ourselves to the grind without giving ourselves a minute to breathe. I'm of course thanking the developers that bring battle passes to the table. Thanks for nothing! A lot of the time, the battle passes are filled to the brim of junk. Who actually wants a slop? I know it's rather uncouth to call something slop or cringe or gay, but it's still funny for me to say. There is no better title for the boatload of PNGs, 3D models that are based on random things, and text files. Little stocking stuffers that might seem like a good deal for $6 or around $10. But there's something beyond that price tag that you are paying. You are paying with your time. We aren't getting any younger, and we will forever have 24 hours in a day. So as more and more developers and studios pop up with their games, live service or not, we only have so much time that we can spare each day. And these battle passes are not making it any easier, especially with a lot of the rewards being pretty shallow, boring, and sometimes useless. Let's take a look at something that got monetized in recent years. Sprays! And instead of being able to make the entire server horny or disgusted thanks to your own image file, you now have the opportunity to use the art team's own images to paint the walls. You might be able to quickly use one of 8 sprays at a time, but with various ways of expressing yourself, why would you take a second to stand still and look through your menu wheels to select a spray? Even still, a lot of the sprays are pretty niche. And instead of taunting an enemy with an emote to get their piss boiling, why or when would you ever want to use a spray of someone singing? The art is good looking most of the time, but it's a PvP game. I'm looking to humiliate someone for being a pathetic loser. I wasn't planning to show my support for a dumbass character, or to do some advertising on behalf of the game company. Even if I was given every single skin in the battle pass, I would be more offended for being given this at all. I don't want this mangy thing even if it was free. I should be the one getting paid for even equipping some of this trash and being expected to decorate the map with it. Is anyone actually gonna use this?
Yeah. Everyone's gonna think I'm so cool with my demon spray.
The initial reason for anyone to use a spray was when multiplayer servers would serve as a small lobby for everyone, and so it was a nice way to express yourself back then, and to help with the social aspect of an online game, back when character customization wasn't a major thing back then. So until these new sprays start having slurs on them, or Mercy is presenting her scrumptious anus, then I'm not enthralled to make much use out of these school teacher stickers. I'm sorry. While sprays can be found in a lot of games, there are some that try to spice up their battle passes by offering their own unique rewards. Surely there are better things in the battle pass for you and I to use. Let's see what Apex Legends and Fall Guys can offer. Oh my god. If you wanted to show off how well you did during a season, the right to do so was behind a battle pass, and you could only earn the right of each character individually as you level up. Filler? I hardly know her. God forbid you main your Broadtor Mad Maggie, because their stats are at the very end of the battle pass. Level 98 and level 99. So if you tore ass but couldn't reach the end of the battle pass, even if the rewards are free, you would have no way of showing for it. Respawn ended up removing these stat trackers, as they either found themselves in a corner with all the new characters being added, or people just didn't use them. Rightfully so. Just how many little things in a game are gonna be monetized and created just for the battle pass? Eventually, there will be a battle pass that will let you customize the sounds that each button makes on your main menu. There probably already is a game that does that. Take this as an example. Fall Guys added emoticons and phrases, just to have a new form of content that can be monetized to stuff up the battle pass, alongside text files in the form of nicknames. This is worse than the stat trackers for Apex Legends, because these nicknames are in the way of the premium stuff, and not in its own separate track. Phew! I'm so happy I got the Boo name title before I got the Dracula outfit. Oh waiter! 1 order of dick with a side of balls to go please. And oh god, it gets worse. At least with these phrases, you can use more than one of them during a given match. Do you want to know the one thing that I'm sick and tired of in live service games? Nameplates, name banners, frames, borders, and profile pictures. Basically anything that serves as your gamer driver's license. It's all just image files. I'm more of a 3D enjoyer, something that has more effort. PNG tubers need to be rounded up and dealt with. I get needing to have some filler, but this is less fun than the sprays because you can only use one at a time. It just smells of lazy. I might change up my profile picture or my banner if I get a different one that I like more, but chances are, I'm gonna live and die with the Overwatch peanut butter as my profile picture. Fortnite? I swear to God, but a sassy hot pink donut has been my icon for all these years. Same thing with Fall Guys. Nobody is tearing me away from anything donut themed. I do not have a multiple personality disorder, so I won't be changing up my PNGs with each new one that I earn. The outfits are a different situation. Something new might combo with something that you already have, or you might discover something new entirely. I can see myself changing up how I look more often, since these outfits are usually the most customizable, and nobody cares about anything else. The game developers might have a skin shuffle feature, or presets so that I can think more like a woman, by having me plan out my outfits depending on the occasion, and I would never want to be caught dead being an outfit repeater. This approach to handling the large quantities of the outfits is appreciated. Now just let us use more of these PNGs in different and in multiple ways. Just give us the tools to do so. Do I have 50 charms in my inventory? Alright, give me an item where I can attach multiple of them onto it like a backpack, instead of just seeing one at a time. Art style be damned. It could even just be something small like a gallery of them, like a corkboard where they sit, or just a 3D space where you can screw with them. Kind of like the ADHD gummies in the new Kirby Air Ride game. Stickers? Let me be able to arrange more than one on my gun, like how Counter-Strike does it so I can make my own sticker bomb skin, or to tell a story. Let us make our own tattoos, almost like how Little Big Planet lets you paste the stickers you find onto your sack. The year is 2025. The hell is the holdup? But nope, we just get one dinky sticker on our gun. And sprays? Again, after nay-naying on some noobs, why would I want to do this? Or this? Instead of doing this? If I'm gonna be given lots and lots of filler, then I should be able to digest these large quantities of corn, millet, and oats. So far, it seems like our creativity is hindered by the game developer's inability to innovate beyond the status quo, which is having a battle pass for your live service game. But here's my biggest problem. Everyone has their own battle passes. All of these battle passes last months. These developers want me to keep coming back to get my money's worth. We will be playing by their rules and at their pace, so that we don't stop playing when they roll out their new store items so that they can spend even more money. We are the life and blood to these games on every given day. Without this forced retention of having our rewards be outside our reach, then the numbers will drop and it will make their game look bad. Why would anyone spend money on a game that is hardly dead, or at least will die in a short period of time? I just want to cut the crap at this point. I know games allow you to buy levels to advance a lot quicker through the battle pass, but I can't do that to myself. I already feel like a loser for buying the ultimate battle pass just to save myself some time. I'll summarize this feature once again. I'm spending money to play less of the game. They know that this is a part-time job in and of itself. I already paid however much it was for the battle pass. Quit teasing my sock and just let me have it. Back when Fortnite was becoming popular, it was a novel and a good idea, since it was a new approach to monetizing a game besides loot boxes. But now, everything has jumped onto having a battle pass. Games are like becoming streaming services. My wallet and time is gonna be stretched too thin if each subscription is gonna have their own enticing content, and I need to make sure that my money is well spent. I gotta get that sense of satisfaction of when I complete the battle pass and I get my money's worth. But these filler items are becoming a problem, that a level up doesn't exactly feel special a majority of the time. Leveling up is no longer an achievement, it's more like a chore. You might find that battle passes are a fun way to keep yourself engaged with a game, and the rewards are more than enough the typical amount of $10. But these have been my feelings, and you might want me to die because of them. Now you might be thinking, just don't buy the battle pass, or better yet, just buy something that you like. I could do that, but there's also an issue with these live service games. These games demand you to do better than your enemies. They want you to dominate the competition. Now what is your reward for doing a good job? You might get some free stuff, but they're all lackluster in comparison to all the other monetized items. I've been groomed into buying the battle pass, so that my efforts in the game were worthwhile. Oh, you did good this season? That's a good boy. Too bad you won't be able to have any of these rewards for your time spent. Hell, the average player doesn't need to be good at the game as long as they have the time to complete some dailies. But damn it, I played every single day! What do you mean the reward to my 3-month-long commitment is locked behind just $10? Need I remind you about most other games? If you reached a milestone or completed some challenges, then you were rewarded with neat little features like costumes, menus, or modes. Your dedication to the game is determined on how well you were able to grasp its mechanics and how much of a completionist you were. For example, in the original Fall Guys, you were awarded with a crown for being the #1 player in your match that you could then spend on your costumes and cosmetics. If you won 10 times, then you were just allowed to dress up as Cuphead. The rate in which you could receive these rewards and bragging rights was 100% tied to how well you did in a game. It was like this because the price for admission was $20. That's it. You didn't need to spend any more money until 9/11 happened. Now the competition of who has earned the best rewards in the game stems from who has the most amount of time and money. Even if the battle pass is cheap, you are buying yourself a commitment. These live service games that feature battle passes are really asking a lot out of me. In exchange with having to spend more than 1 hour of my time every single day out of fear of missing out, and I'm out of luck if I want the extra bonus rewards if I decide to play something else for a week or two, I'm awarded with a fun-sized amount of items that I wish I could have just had from the very beginning, and not having to excavate through layers of mush. I feel like a real barnacle head for spending $30 and still ending up with more than 50 things that I'm not gonna use. I really don't want this. Maybe it's just that I'm finally learning what it means to love myself, but with my emotions instead. Why would I want to waste my time on a game that is looking to dish out filler rewards out of an obligation to the players and industry trends? It's content that I don't need and it's content that I don't want. If I feel as if my money isn't worth a 90-day grind to earn my bragging rights, then I will search for greener pastures. You don't need to agree with me, but I'm gonna call you a liar if you think this is cool and you're glad to have spent $10 just to get it. Everyone just uses the emotes and taunts.
Heavy loves floating 3D model!
I don't mind spending money on cosmetics, but if a battle pass makes up 50% of a game's content and hype, then I'm gonna critique the battle pass, especially after we've been having battle passes for almost a decade now. I'm tired of paying for a drip feed of items that will need you to play almost daily so that you can get your money's worth. If you really like the game and you still want all of the battle passes, then all you just gotta do is play daily, every season, 365 days in a year. You just gotta play for most of those days. Can you see why I'm burnt out? I know I don't have to buy every single battle pass with each season, but I'm able to afford them. I don't mind spending the money for the items. It's just that I'm too tired to keep on trying to earn those said items through a system that requires me to keep on playing for months. I just hope that there's some kind of revolution or a race war that leads to a change in how these game devs handle their live service games or their battle passes so that we aren't paying with our time as much. I want a revolution of systems and not whatever the hell Ubisoft was trying to do. Nobody was asking for a tapeworm of a battle pass map, Ubisoft. I mean, it's a better system. It's a lot nicer than having to try to get all the items on a set singular path. Fall Guys has been doing something a little different with its Fame Pass. The rewards are less packed, but it's cheaper to buy. It's about $6 for 6 costumes, emotes, currencies, and of course, your image files and text files. But hey, it's at least $6. The seasons go on for less than 2 months, so you don't need to set out for long if you don't care for the current season's items. You might have better luck with the next season's battle pass. As for any other game, just have me level up at a faster rate so I don't need to commit so hard to a game just to make sure I get all of my rewards. I'm the consumer, and this is what I want. It's not my fault that this is their way to maintain their game's retention. Make a very compelling game if they don't want me to stray away, and it's alright if they can't. Not every new game needs to be your new hobby within a hobby. A compelling game I've played recently is Katamari. I can always replay the levels over and over again. It has rewards that are given to me for doing well, but the bigger reward was just having pure fun, seeing what else the game has to offer. A lot of effort was placed into making the game engaging on its own, instead of having to toss trinkets and the occasional skins to keep me invested. The trinkets are just nice little bonuses. I'm playing Katamari for Katamari, not for the cosmetics or a battle pass. I can see one live service game being just fine. I'll just spend $10 if I want a few good items, and just playing a few quick rounds every day. But everything is becoming live service. I can barely find the time for a battle pass when I have single player games, a part-time job at a clothing store. I'm not gay. And then coming home to make these puppet animations because I love doing so. A second live service game is just too much. This one Seinfeld scene has stuck with me whenever a new game comes out, and it has some type of daily system.
Come on, you're a nice guy, but I actually only have 3 friends. I really can't handle anymore.
I just want to see some type of reform. It's like I'm going to my store manager just to ask for a schedule change. Just make it more time-friendly. Thank you for nothing, Ubisoft. Blizzard, you guys can go to hell. Can't believe my friend paid $40 so I can play Overwatch with the gang. He can go to hell for doing that to me. Embark, don't release something peak and then be surprised that your previous live service game is now falling behind in numbers. Alright, bye-bye. Oh my god! Run! But thank you for spending 17 minutes of your time just to watch this video. You deserve a pink cookie. And please, like the video to support me, leave a comment whether or not I'm a lying bigot for stating my opinions, and subscribe, or nobody will get any pink cookies. Big shout out to the new patrons that have joined my Patreon recently. There, you can get your name in the credits, or if you have a character that you want me to make, then you can order a puppet Sona. I also have more videos on gaming, so click on the video on the right if you want to see more of my puppets.